Hello, just bring you back. It's about 9 days since I left hospital, um, and I've just been tinkering at home because I've been so bored. So been back about 9 days. I've got another week to go until I can see my GP and get signed back fit again for work. So in total, it'll be about 3 weeks, including the hospital stay. Anyway, so I've been completely bored. I've been told to do absolutely nothing until I'm fit again. So I decided that doing nothing wasn't for me. So I thought I'd do some recording bits and pieces and sort of show you that. If you can see that. And at the bottom, it says, yeah, anyway. Right, I'm going to turn the camera around, show you what I've been fiddling with. If I can stop this thing. No, I'm not turning the camera around, I'm just going to explain what I'm doing. Recently recorded 4 songs with Sam. Excuse me. Which we recorded normally. Drums, bass, guitar, vocals. Now the previous 10 songs to those, which we recorded over a period of 2 or 3 years earlier, I only recorded with drums, Sam on drums, me on bass and me on vocals. I didn't put any guitars in because I thought at the time I could be like Royal Blood and not actually have any guitars because there's only 2 of us, just me and Sam. So it's going to be drums and me on bass and a bit of trickery to make it sound like there's a bass guitar and some rhythm guitars at the same time. So I got all the different equipment to make that noise, and ever since I've recorded them, on the rare occasion, excuse me, I've got cough sweet, on the rare occasion that I actually listen to that stuff, I hate it because it hasn't got just that bit of mid-range in there that a guitar brings. Although I did try and cheat and make the bass guitar sound mid-rangey, left and right, panned, and a big fat heavy rounded bass in the middle. Anyway, never liked it. So now I'm in the process of trying to record the guitar parts that are missing over those 10 songs in my house. So all the gear I normally use is up at the rehearsal recording studio, particularly my PV 100-watt valve head, which gives me the guitar sound I want. I actually use it for my bass as well. I split my bass into 2 paths. One's normal bass and the other one's crunchy top endy bass, bit sort of John Entwistle. How dare I even say that name on one of my videos? I'm not worthy. Anyway, that I stole the idea from him. Where was I? Right, so my PV Valve King 100-watt valve head and all my associated cabinets that make its guitars sound lovely are up at the studio. I'm at home, so I'm having to compromise. So, right, less waffle, turn the camera around, show you how I'm trying to achieve my normal sound. Right, so one Ibanez Roadcore 220 guitar with humbuckers, excuse me. One TC Electronics Tube Pilot pedal, which is that is a box with a valve in, or a tube in. It's a 12AX7 tube, like you'd get in a preamp of a nice valve amp. So that's that. And because I'm at home and I haven't got all the correct gear, inside this pile of pillows is the smallest amp in the world. It's just a little Blackstar cheap amp which has got digital sounds which don't sound anything like valve sounds. One PG48 microphone because I can't find my SM57, and 2 tiny little 6-inch speakers. So what I'm doing is I'm using this on a clean channel, and I'm using the crunch from the valve that lives in there. So I'm getting valve preamp and then digital power amp. Yeah, it ain't perfect. It don't sound anything like my PV 100 watt valve head and cabinets, but it sounds near enough for me. So, and it's here and I can do it at home. Right, I'm going to pause for a bit. So at the business end, I've got a little laptop. It's an XP. The software I use is Cool Edit Pro 2000, which is from the year 2000, and it runs on XP. And that laptop was about £60 from eBay, reconditioned, running on XP. So it only does just music editing. So that's that. That's where everything gets recorded and mixed and edited. And then from my garage, I have an old hi-fi system. I've bypassed my main stereo with all its speakers in my lounge, because this is just like having near-field studio monitors. That's just so I can hear the track as it's playing, and then when I play the guitar, the rest of the sound coming out of those cushions, I sort of balance the level. I won't go into it. I haven't got the ability at home to monitor the guitar sound going in to this as I'm recording. I have to listen to the guitar sound coming out of that, but I can hear what I'm playing over the top of. So anyway, it's because I'm not at the studio. So there we go, just the hi-fi out the garage as monitors. So that's the setup, and let's pause again. So what I'm trying to achieve, apart from trying to look through the phone and use the mouse, unfortunately I didn't keep the recording sessions from these last 10 songs. All I've got is the final stereo mix. So I'm now adding bits to the final stereo mix, and I've done a lot of experimentation. I've actually managed to get it to sound near enough so you can't tell it wasn't all recorded at one time. So if you imagine, I don't know how loud this is going to be. Is it even switched on? Yes. So if you imagine this was the stereo mix. Stop that. And I'll just mute the original track. I have recorded some guitar over the top of that. This one's particularly weird because I've used a phaser just to deal with some slight tuning issues. So okay, so that's the track I have recorded over the top. There's been a lot of compression, tidying up, cleaning up bits on the WAV files, and I've panned them left and right hard. So I've recorded each track twice. So if I put them all together, I actually need to turn these up by one. So all together. Anyway, you get the idea. I've put some. What I do is once I've got it all as it should be, I then mix it down so it's all mixed together into one file, and then I pop it on burn it onto a CD. I take it out to my van. I put it in the van, and if it sounds right in the van, I know I'm good, because that's what I listen to all my music on, is in the van. On this one, I've written some notes. I actually need to turn these two guitars up by half a decibel, and then in increments. I'll try half a decibel, and then I'll try 1, and until it sounds right. I can actually show you that if you're not too mind-numbingly bored already. I'll just take 2.5. It's already at 2. My mouse doesn't want to work. Excuse me. 2.5. Okay, right, I've turned those two up. Now I'm going to it's really hard to hold the camera and work the computer at the same time. I'm going to mix them down into a stereo track. Come on, warm up. Right, that's mid-track of everything. But before I copy that to a WAV file, I just need to make sure we don't clip or distort in anyone's speakers. So I've got hard limiting, and I've got this set up so it limits the volume to minus half a decibel at the top, the loudest. So that will just shrink at the very, very, very loudest bits. It will just clip it. There you go. It's tiniest amount. That just means there won't be any distortion in anyone's speakers because it won't go past minus 0.5 decibels. And why has that only done it to... Something's gone wrong there. I'm going, hang on. I just had to do it again. For some reason it only hard limited one channel, so I just went back and now it's hard limited. So that should be the full song as it needs to be, well, for trial purposes. And all I need to do is save. Excuse me. Save that, which was... Oh, this must be so boring. It's gonna make a funny noise now and say, you've already got this, do you want to overwrite? Oh, maybe it isn't. Why is it not? Army of Outsiders redo. Right, let's save session. Right, so I've got two versions of this now. Why didn't it tell me they were... That's strange. Properties. 2nd of February. Just gonna... Right. Normally it says, I've already got this. Do you want to overwrite it? The mouse is playing up. Right, that one's gone. This is the one I've just recorded because properties, 3rd of February. Right, okay. Anyway, that was mightily boring. Right, okay, so these 4 songs are the 4 songs we just recorded recently, and they've got everything in them that we want. These and all of these are the ones I want to add guitar to, apart from one. DRA, I managed to get sonically okay with the bass, so I don't need to do that one. And so far I've done 3. These are the ones I've got with guitar in as well. So I've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to do, and that one's okay. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next week. Okay, that was probably really, really mind-numbingly tedious. It's tedious for me, and I'm actually doing it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at home, just trying to achieve a sound that I should be doing up the studio with all the proper equipment, but it seems to be working. It seems to be okay. This is an ice pack because I've done nothing physical for 2 weeks, and then this morning when I went to put my socks on, I managed to rip my, I think it's called trapezoid muscle in my back. So yeah, I'm sat here, I've done nothing for 2 weeks so far. I've got a week to go, and I've managed to rip my back today. So, but then again, I've got nothing physical to do for another week. Biggest thing I've got to do is I'm pointing at a guitar that is the other way around. Anyway, I'm good. Sorry, it's a complete waffle. I was going to make this so professional and slick, but anyway, I'm doing all right. I've just finished taking a load of big drugs, so I'm back to all my normal drugs now for all my normal ailments. I'd like to say thank you very, very much to all the lovely people who've sent me very, very good best wishes, get well soons, which is, appreciate that, that's brilliant. The last video I did was actually in hospital. I was completely off my tits, didn't know what I was doing, so that was well garbled. As you can see, I'm still a little bit, I'm not actually fully compos mentis at the moment, which is why I'm not allowed to go out and drive and operate heavy machinery like guitars and laptops. So yeah, I'm not quite there yet. Still a bit hazy fantasy, but it's all good. I'll see you soon. Sorry it's been long and waffly, but I just thought I'd say hi, I'm okay. Hopefully some bikey stuff to come in a few weeks time. See you later. Peace and love. I've been Springy. Cheers.